Peace and blessings to all my emperors and empresses. Welcome to another video. If you haven't already subscribed, if you're a new person to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also the bell and select all so that you'll receive the notifications for my live chats that I do, as well as for any videos that I may put out throughout the week or so. All right. One thing that I would like to make clear is that this is a negative-free zone. We're all definitely entitled to our opinions, but as long as we're not attacking one another on this channel, that's something that will not be tolerated. I will not attack anybody that comes to my channel. I will simply, block rude comments or whatever, especially if it's against myself or anybody else that is on this channel making a comment or wanting to say something about how they feel about the subject matter. Okay, for those that tuned in yesterday, I said this was going to be 3 different videos. It probably wound up being more because I thought about some stuff yesterday after I received the first comment from It's Okay with CJ, and I thought about some things, and I if you didn't watch that video yesterday, make sure you watch that one. And then, this one is going on, it's part 2 of that. But yesterday's video was dealing with would you reattach dreadlocks, or would you first of all, would you have like somebody else's dreadlocks put in your head, their journey put it on your head, because you don't want to go through the whole different phases of letting your hair naturally do what it does. Or if you have cut yours off and saved them, would you reattach? So it's about reattaching Natty dreadlocks. And then part 3 is going to be about the reason why I choose to talk or say the things that I say, as far as saying Natty, as far as saying dreadlocks, as far as the fact that I don't use the word locks to identify my hair. I'm going to do a small, brief little history, because all of these videos are going to be like 10-12 minutes at the most or whatever. So I'll do a brief little history. It's so much stuff that you can find out through reading. Not necessarily all the stuff that you read that you watch on the internet is necessarily true. Did I say necessarily twice? I probably did. I'm trying to hurry up and do this video because everybody wanted me to do the tropical outdoors thing or whatever. However, it's one of those good days, and it's like people coming in and out of the building in which I live. So I want to just go ahead and get straight into it. This is something I spoke about before, and it's called the ugly phase. The ugly phase of allowing your hair to freeform, to dread, to lock, whatever it is that you choose to do or call your hair and what it's doing. I never dealt with an ugly phase. I thought of every phase of my hair growing, period, as a beautiful thing, so even today, going on 16 years in October, I still have plenty of frizz. I have certain days where the frizz is wow, and I like it. You know what I'm saying? Some people might see this and consider this an ugly day. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the beginning, when they want everything to be tidy and tight and, looking like what they see on television or see in the streets or whatever, as opposed to like, naturally like free-forming or so. So there's a lot of people, as I talked about in the first video, which I'll link it at the end and probably up top, so you can go back and watch that one. But everybody wants to go through having their hair to lock or dread or whatever, become whatever it is that they want it to be, without going through changes, the budding stages, the all the way up until maturing. My hair is fully matured, and my hair grows out and it still doesn't catch. It still has certain areas where it's going to bind to. You all saw back in my other videos where I had 2 pieces of hair that had moved away from one Natty and has separated, and then one joined right back with it. Once it got a certain length, it just went ahead and just naturally combined right back with it, and the other one moved on to something close that was another Natty that was there, but I would like for people to comment down below and tell me, I mean, what stage are you going through as far as, are you at the beginning? Are you just starting off? Are you a month in? Are you 2 weeks? Are you just a day in? Have you been rocking them for 20 years, 15 years? Are you a teenager with this? You know what I'm saying? When I say teenager, that means you're in your teen years. You 13 to 19, 13 to 19 years into this game. I mean, not game, but into this journey. Or 20 or more. There's a lot of people on this channel that's 20 or more. And tell me, what do you think? I mean, why, if you think that you have ugly stages, or you've gone through ugly stages, what was it that made it ugly to you? Was it because nobody else's was like yours, and yours is just totally unique, which is the beauty in it all? I remember doing a video a while back. I think it was on a live chat, and there was a guy who had made a comment, and it stuck with me. It resonated in my mind. I forgot his name. Yeah, I forgot his name. I can't even find the video. Forgot his name, but anyway, he let me know that, yeah, we talked about that on Sunday, and you used it on a video, and I was like, I'm so sorry. Obviously, it was something that stuck with me, and it made me want to do a video. As you all can see and hear, there's a baby downstairs crying. Sorry about that. Usually it's Lucky barking. But that's one of the things that I have to deal with in order for you all to get the tropical vibrations of me being on the back porch. That's why this one is going to be really, really quick. But again, I mean, it's really not a whole lot to it. Again, as I said, I never felt that any stage was difficult. Any stage was ugly. I mean, even to this day, I don't care how wild my hair is, how untamed or unkempt that other people may think that it is. I'm bothered. I'm so just not bothered by that. I don't look for people to give compliments. However, I will say today I've been out and about getting some stuff for later on tonight for me and my daughter to go listen to some music in the park. And I had this lady that just walked up behind me in a store that, was a relative. It's the Dollar Tree. I was in the Dollar Tree picking up some stuff. And she was just like going on and on and on, about how beautiful my hair was. And she had Nazis as well. And it wasn't all tight and twisted and looking like it's about to fall off her hair. And then I had seen this other guy, and then I had seen him first, and he went around, and then he came back up my aisle, and he was the same thing. I mean, he looked like he was a nice little blend of something. I don't know what he was, but much fairer than myself. But he had beautiful tattoos, beautiful hair. I mean, and he had been growing his for like 6 years, and he seemed very confident and very into, his appearance and how he felt about his journey. He was just like, I mean, same thing. You didn't see scalp and all of that, and he had a different texture. His hair was a little bit straighter than, no, it wasn't really straight. He had a nice little wave pattern. He had a nice little wave pattern going on with his hair. But same thing. It was just like, man, since your hair is beautiful and blah, 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 this, that, and the other. And, we talked for a while, and I started talking about his tattoos and everything, and he talked about my ink, and, it's just cool. It's really cool when you can meet other people that love themselves, love the way they're rocking their hair. I mean, no matter how many years it's been, and just feeling confident and self-assured and knowing that all our journeys are going to be different. Everybody's journey is different. It's no particular way that, hair is supposed to look, when it's growing out naturally. I cannot see it being ugly. Anything that is natural is not ugly. You know what I'm saying? If you were born with a broad nose and spaced out eyes, that's how you were born. And that's how you were naturally born. It is nothing wrong with that. It makes you unique. If you're born with freckles, it makes you unique. I feel that our hair separates us and keeps us as being eclectic beings that we are. I don't want my hair to look like anyone else's. And I admire plenty of people that have Natties, and like I call them dreadlocks or whatever. And again, that's tomorrow, or what's tomorrow, Saturday? Tomorrow, if not tomorrow, well, I'm gonna find time to get in and do that tomorrow, even if I have to do it tonight and just upload it tomorrow. Just a slight, like, again, a slight little history about dreadlocks, and why I don't mean it as my hair being dreadful, because there's absolutely nothing dreadful about my hair. And I will continue to call my hair what I choose to, and you can continue to call your hair what you choose to, and there's no problem with that. I never put down anybody for what they have said about their hair. But anyway, like this young man I was talking to, 6 years in, and one of the things he say, and which I hear from everybody, and I always wonder why, his hair was about mid back, and he was like, "Man, I can't wait till I get my hair to the length that yours is." And I'm sitting back like, okay. One of the things is, in my mind, I'm thinking, well, you're gonna have to know that it's going to require like at least another hour to an hour and a half of cleansing, however you choose to cleanse, if it's water rinsing or what have you. And it's going to take a longer time for it to dry. You're going to have problems with your hair getting caught in car doors and doors at home. That's why most of the times I normally have my hair um, up, especially having a pet in the house and, all of that. Not to get off the subject, back to the ugly stage. If you've ever sat back, or if you're starting off now and you feel like, oh my God, I have to keep my hair covered because it's ugly, sometimes it makes me wonder, is this really like the journey for somebody that feels that way? I had somebody also tell me that, yeah, I like having, she called her hair locks. I like having locks, and I'm doing this, but every now and then I like to um, feel beautiful and throw on a blonde wig or something on top of it, some other style or something. Sometimes, I just feel like that's what makes me beautiful. And I talked about this as well in a past video or whatever. And it broke my heart. It broke my heart that the sister, this queen, this empress, felt like she had to have blonde hair, straight blonde hair, um, to be beautiful, or to be, the way that she wanted to represent herself in the world. So I was like, well, why is she rocking Nazis, underneath? What is the deal? Does she not believe that that's beautiful? Um, Again, this is something that was talked about a while ago on one of our live chats on Sundays, and I did a video about it, and I'm just coming back to it because I'm thinking about people cutting off their hair, reattaching their hair. We were talking about what was the purpose of cutting it off in the first place. Now, if it was dealing with like a medical reason or health reasons and stuff like that, that's one thing, but reattaching, when, or, yesterday I was talking about people cutting off their hair because of a bad situation or the end of a marriage and all of that. I'm going to add this to it though. But I want you to comment down below. How many years have you been growing your hair? Months, years, weeks, days, whatever. And how do you feel about people talking about ugly stages? I've been noticing, again, in some of the groups that I'm in on Facebook, that people ask, well, how long do I go through the ugly stage? And that's why I'm talking about it again, because it's something that is talked about. I mean, it's only, you know, dealing with, okay, my cousin, she has a beauty channel. It's a million things that she can talk about. A million different products come out all the time. So every day she can have new content. However, when you're a freeform Natty, or when you're just growing your hair naturally and you're not using a lot of products and stuff, you're limited to the type of things that you could really talk about. Hence the reason why I like to talk about what's really important, which is from the inside out. You know what I mean? And when I say that, it's like you got to feel good on the inside in order to rock, especially if you're going freeform. In order to rock like freeform natties or locks, whatever you choose to call it, you got to feel pretty good about yourself to not worry about who's looking, who's giving you a compliment. You know, I get the compliments that I receive are far and few, but guess what? It doesn't matter because how I feel about myself, it doesn't even matter if people give me a compliment here, there, whatever. I honestly, I get more. Come here, Lucky. Sorry, I told you all I'm on the back porch doing this video. Lucky, come on. Lucky, come here. Um, Come here, Lucky. Lucky. Okay. Um, okay, I lost my train of thought. But anyway, what I was gonna say was, it takes it takes you to feel totally 100% good about yourself on the inside in order to embrace the whole freeform Nazi dread or whatever, any type of natural hairstyle. I have friends that have shaved their hair off and look beautiful with it, like that natural. And then go on and put a wig on. Okay. And go and put a wig on top of it, or, like I said, that there's people that have made comments, saying that they don't feel, I mean, in such a way that they don't feel beautiful unless their hair is a certain kind of way, which is outside of the way that it naturally grows in. Men want to cover up their gray, want to sit in the beauty shop and get the gray covered, and women want to cover their gray. I mean, it's natural. It's very natural. I don't know if it's a thing that signifies more youth when you don't have a strand of gray in your hair, but I know people that have been gray since their 20s, and it didn't take away from their beauty. It actually, to me, it added to it. I did get a little off track. I have my dog outside and someone was trying to go upstairs to their apartment, and I don't know. Oh, I'm just going to end it with this because you all can comment down below and let me know about how you feel about the ugly stages. Did you go through an ugly stage? What is considered an ugly stage? People freak out about frizz. Guess what? That's part of it. If you're not twisting and all that type of stuff, okay, either you're going to twist and then you're not going to have any hair. Your hair is going to be sitting back like Stevie Wonder's, give or take 10 or less years. It's going to be all the way back here if you're twisting, getting it twisted every, some people have been told every 2 weeks, every 4 weeks. So it's either that or you're going to sit back, with your hair just like this. And either way, I mean, it's like if you're not confident, if you're not totally sure about yourself, then either way you're going to be bothered, because when your hair starts receding and your edges are gone and everything, then you're going to feel unconfident and you're going to want to cover it up with different things or just cut it off completely. And then when it frizzes, like my hair is totally, especially, I mean, up at the top, it takes a while for my hair to mat together. But as you can see, I mean, of course I don't have that much frizz down here, but I don't mind this at all. I don't. So just let me know down below, and then I'm about to add something from the video yesterday, and this is just food for thought. We were talking about, and I'm about to end this video because it's 15 minutes. We were talking about, would you attach somebody's hair to yours? Like, people pay decent money to reattach somebody else's journey on their head. And I will be answering all the questions to people that have, I will be replying to all the comments that people left yesterday. Probably tomorrow, later on tonight or tomorrow. And depends on if I can go to sleep tonight. But I thought about it, and I said, when I was answering It's Okay with CJ's comment, I was like, man, what about a heart? What about a kidney? What about, something that you need to survive? Like, people been on dialysis for a long period of time, or people have been, waiting for a heart because they've been having heart problems since who knows how long or whatever. How do you feel about receiving something like that? I mean, that's a major thing because that's life. For me, I think of it like that's life or death. Yes, I will take somebody's heart. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. To live, I will take somebody's kidney. Um, if I'm on the list waiting on a kidney and they call me, I'm there. I mean, let's say we're not putting that out in the universe. That's not gonna happen. Not putting that out in the universe. But is that the same thing? I mean, it's like your heart is beating. This person's heart was beating, and I seen a commercial one time, and this lady was saying how her daughter's heart was still beating through this person who received her heart, and she connected with the lady, and she stayed close to her or whatever because being around her made her feel close to her daughter, knowing that her daughter's heart was inside of her. So, I mean, that's just food for thought. But of course, hair is different because hair is not something that we have to live. We don't have to have hair to live. I mean, we could all walk around here bald headed and live. You're not gonna. It's not a life or death type thing. That's more of a spiritual type thing and more of, for some people, just a beauty type thing, a vanity type thing, or just something dealing with in the beauty realm. And then there's those of us that are on it for more of a spiritual enlightenment type situation. So, I mean, that was just something that I had put out there on her comment. I had pinned her comment, and I was like, man, I thought about it. I said, wow, yeah, I would definitely go and take somebody's heart or kidneys or so I could stay alive. I have a 12-year-old daughter, so I want to be here. I mean, I just want to be here, period, even if I didn't have any kids or anything like that. So that's it. Stay tuned for part 2. If you haven't already done so, make sure you hit the bell. Subscribe, then hit the bell. Click on all so that you'll receive notifications. Check out the merchandise that'll be in the description. Link with me on Instagram. A lot of people don't like Facebook anymore, and I get it. I post a lot of pictures on Instagram, so those that are new here or those that want to see what I've been doing in the past couple weeks or whatever and see like full life pictures, because I am on a computer right now. If you want to see full body shots of me and some of the things that I've been doing in the past couple of weeks, because I have traveled just a little bit, just to go see my best friend, and you'll be able to see like how long my hair actually is, how thick my hair actually is, as opposed to me sitting behind a chair. Check me out on Instagram. The link is in the bio, in the description. I'm sorry, Instagram has bios. YouTube has description boxes, so do that. All right, and thank you again for everyone that commented yesterday. I appreciate you all. If you didn't watch that video, make sure you watch it and comment over there, and then comment here about the ugly stages, which there are no ugly stages. I mean, it's all in your mind. Now, before we have another issue, let me go ahead and end this video. Peace and love to you all. Hope you enjoyed the tropical oasis. There's my other flowers up there. My flowers over there. My plant right there. And I don't know if you can see right behind my head. There it is. All right. Peace and blessings. Love you all very much. And thank you for sticking and staying with my Sunday chats and any other chats that I do. Peace and love.